A reaction move by the goaltender, Mikhail Stelnikov. Janney set up a beautiful screen. Team USA starting to bring the play now to the Soviets. There's Janney's shot. Stelnikov, you could see he went down. He was guessing. He guessed right.
The Soviets have outshot Team USA by a margin of 2-1, 22-11. Richter blocked 16 shots in the first period, another 6 here in the second.
Stelnikov, Jigs, he played in the Super Series with Moscow Dynamo. Beat Philadelphia 4-1, and he beat Pittsburgh 4-3.
Interesting, isn't it, that he's the backup goaltender in that team in the regular season. Now the Soviets break out of the zone. 2-on-2 through center ice. Seaback is across the line. The pass to Lomakin got in a little deep. Ace behind the net. And away with it comes Mike Modano. He has the only goal of the game. Michigan native Modano plays for the Minnesota Stars to Granado. The pass was behind Jeremy Roenick. Here's Seaback, and Lomakin have been taken off his skates in the center ice area. Jimmy Johnson back. The pass to Kevin Hatcher. Back to Johnson. Johnson has put it in the Soviet zone. Loose puck. Granado knocked down as he tried to fish it loose. The Soviets beat him to it. Team USA is back. Johnson with a pass through the middle. Off Roenick, and that'll be called back on an offside pass. 8.5 minutes to play in the second period. This is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup. Face-off will be just inside the USA blue line. The Soviet, Butziev is at center ice, facing off against Joel Ano. Ano won the draw. Suter has fed the puck toward Chelios, who steps over center. Fires it hard around, as they say. Off Ano, cleared by the Soviets. Suter turns it over. The Soviets do likewise. Here's Dave Christian with a feed that found its way to Doug Brown. Brown taken to the boards by Gusarov. Back in the net, Chelios centered. There is nothing doing there. Suter puts it right back in the Soviet zone.
Tim Taylor, Jigs, trying to go a little longer on the bench now. He's using another line here with Christian, who has not seen a lot of ice time because of his injury, and Doug Brown.
Gignac failed to pick up a loose puck. Down behind the net goes Kovalenko. Was met solidly by Gary Suter. Leans on Suter as his teammates set up for the Monov at the blue line. Long shot blocked in front. Up with it is Chelios. Delayed penalty call coming against the Soviets. Here's Christian on right wing. Plays it around Filimonov, who reached back to control it. That brings about the play stoppage and an interference penalty. Richter was interfered with in the goal mouth. And Team USA goes to the power play.
Kovalenko is going to get the penalty, I believe. There, he fell backwards over top of Richter. You could see the arm go up. Richter gives Kovalenko a little bit of a tap. So the hustle of Team USA starting to pay off.
From Chicago, this is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup.
Back-to-back penalties to the Soviet team. There's Andrei Kovalenko. I think as though he got shoved at first, landed on the goaltender. I think something happened just prior to him falling over top of Mike Richter.
Fourth power play of the game for Team USA. Janney got it from Hatcher, gave it back. Hatcher has banked it around the boards. Leach in off the left point to LaFontaine. Couldn't hold it as he went back of the goal. It rolls up along the top of the boards, then drops into the skates of Kravchuk. Dug loose. Janney to Hatcher. Back to Greg Janney of the Boston Bruins. Janney faked once. Connecticut native holds it. Janney trying to spread things out. Cross ice pass is picked off by Fedorov. Prokhorov. Sergei Fedorov, and then back to Kasatonov. Team USA sets up again. Hatcher with the move on Fedorov. Nice move, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
Serge Savard. There's LaFontaine. Checked by Fedorov. Hatcher at the point, holds it, then plays it around the boards. Fedorov is there. Team USA gets to a loose puck. At LaFontaine to Greg Janney. Janney, LaFontaine, Kasatonov stood him up straight, and here's Olchuk. Miller, excuse me. Miller to Janney. to Hatcher. Couldn't get the shot off, and Leach gets checked. Prokhorov with a break is taken down at center ice. Referee Don Koharski calls the penalty. Prokhorov would like to have a penalty shot, and Koharski stops in his tracks.
He's asking for it, Jakes, but Koharski is shaking his head. He was actually shaking his head when he made the call, but clearly a good breakaway attempt taken away from the Soviet player, Vitaly Prokhorov. Here, he's in behind both defensemen. He's gone here. He's across the red line, gets hooked from behind.
Hatcher with a hooking penalty, 13 minutes, 50 seconds into the second period. Team USA has led since the 3-minute mark of the opening period. That's when Madonna scored his second goal in the Labatt Canada Cup 91 with assist to Roenick and Hull. Team USA a date with Finland here at the Chicago Stadium on Monday night. The Soviets go to Quebec City, face Canada. Sweden and Czechoslovakia play Monday as well. The teams at 5 aside, including the goaltenders at the moment. The Soviets up with the puck. Lamanov. Chignac across the line to Tatarinov. Tatarinov face once into the better shooting position, then flipped it high and wide. They bring it to the side of the net. The crowd there. The puck is covered and held for a face-off.
Chris Chelios logging as much ice time for the Team USA as Mike Richter. Boy, he's out there all the time. Very little bench time. Look at this for a move. Boy, dropped the shoulder. Jimmy Johnson goes down. He scrambled back. He actually forced the Soviet player to make a move with it. Here's the crowd around the side of the net. Chelios down, helping Mike Richter stop the play.
Face-off will be to Richter's left. He gets a little refreshment as Otto waits for Seaback to move in for the face-off. Over 100 million people expected to be watching this game in the Soviet Union. It's the middle of the night, well, early Sunday, really. Out of a population of 288 million. The Soviet Union, they expect 100 million to be watching this game. Chelios, back of the net. Left side to Brian Leach. Up to Otto, to Leach, across the blue line. The puck knocked away from him and controlled by Lomakin. Andrei Lomakin to the backhand, shoots just wide. Rana moves in. Otto took it away, lost it to Lomakin. Here's Seaback moving into the left wing corner. Chelios picked him up. The puck goes over the glass. 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the penalty to the Americans as Hatcher is in the box. Lenko has finished serving his time.
Kevin Hatcher, minute and 9 seconds. Chelios occasionally does get a rest. He's gone to the bench. Tim Taylor would probably love to have him back out there, but you can only get so many miles out of each one of the players. Mike Eaves, a headset on, standing next to Tim Taylor.
There's Eric Weinrich around the boards to Dave Christian, who's cleared the zone. Run off. Pass was out of the reach of Seaback. Heinrich knocks it toward the Soviet end of the ice. Ranov up to Zhandov. He's across the line, fed it to the open wing. Heinrich steps in front of him. Christian has played it toward the corner. The Soviets can't tighten up at the blue line in time to hold the puck. Brown got knocked off his pins, and the crowd yelling about that. 37 seconds left in this power play for the Soviets. Lomakin. Zhandov moving with him. Lomakin is across the line. The pass to Seaback. Seaback to Mironov. And centered by Lomakin. And right on the goal line, the Soviets are saying the puck was in the net. They're banging their sticks against the glass, trying to get the attention of the goal judge. The off-ice officials are the people who regularly handle the Chicago Blackhawk home games.
Generally, when players of the same team see one of them with his arms in the air, signaling that he thinks it's in, the rest of them follow suit. Whether or not it was in, it's hard to tell. There's the puck. It could have been. You could see Mike Richter move his hand as if he was batting it away. Seaback, with his hand in the air, was on that side. Gary Suter fired it away. Let's take a look. Will this angle reveal? There's the puck. It's rolling towards the goal line. The Soviets are with their hand in the air, Romakin saying yes, he thinks it's in. Take a look here now. Watch to the right. The skate up against there. There comes the puck. The skate stretching away. Is it lodged against? Couldn't tell. It has to completely clear the goal line.
If you think ahead a little, the 1991-92 NHL regular season, there will be video replay to determine whether that puck was in the net or not.
That wouldn't tell us anything.
I was just thinking the same thing. Did that prove anything? Oh, we're going to be in for a fun season when it all begins in the NHL. We're having a lot of fun with Canada Cup 1991. Here's Joey Mullen as the teams are at full strength again. Roenick trying to move in on Kasatonov. Roenick tumbles to the boards, slams his stick on the ice. Thought there'd be a penalty called. None was made. None should have been made. Okonoff with it. He shoots in and out of the pads and now covered by Richter. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left in the second period. This is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup.
Jeremy Roenick with a little dipsy doodle here, a la Andre Savard, gets tangled up in his own feet, trying to move the puck through his legs, steal one, as they say, get a play at the net. Fell down, banged his stick on the ice in front of referee Koharski. Of course, the fans here, he being a local Chicago Blackhawk, reacting to the bang on the ice.
These fans have lost one of their longtime favorites with the trade yesterday by the Blackhawks of Dougie Wilson. Now as Chelios is taken down, there will be a penalty against the Soviet Union. Andrei Kovalenko puts up a mild protest, but will go off for holding. He's been a regular visitor to the penalty box.
Yes, he has. Here's the play. He reaches out. You can see him reach. He put his arms in the air to signal to the referee that I really didn't do it, I didn't mean it, and I don't think I should get a penalty. Koharski didn't agree. Yes, Doug Wilson traded off to the San Diego Sharks. San Jose, excuse me.
There are a lot of San Jose jerseys, that beautiful teal color NHL jersey in attendance at this game tonight. I think in honor of Doug Wilson. Very popular guy for a long time here. The first player that Bob Wolford drafted, took over as general manager of this team.
14-year veteran for the Chicago team.
Now the U.S. has a power play for the 5th time in this game, and Roenick is out there along with Madonna and Brett Hull. Chelios pinching in on the boards, got control of the puck. Hit it around Gadidia, got in front and is steered aside. Roenick sets up the man at the left point. Leach feeds Chelios. Back to Brian Leach of the New York Rangers. In a little deeper, Hull gave it back to him. Leach, Hull. This is Roenick, and he shot it off the goaltender Stalnikov. Madonna knocked it out of the air. Went to a Soviet stick, but not out of the zone. Brian Leach, surrounded by red shirts. Banks one in front. Roenick got to it, only to have it knocked away at the last second. Chance change on the fly. Leach up quickly. Roenick stayed onside. Then his pass picked off. Held in by Chelios. He got it in front, only to have Gasarov clear it out of the zone. And Leach cross ice to Mike Madonna, off right wing. Hull in front. The pass to LaFontaine, and he's denied by Stalnikov. The backhand pass by Leach doesn't get through. Now it bangs around. LaFontaine scores!
Everybody in the Chicago Stadium had the same feeling. Team USA was getting closer and closer from the beginning of the period. They were creating opportunity. They were skating, they were hitting. The Soviets were taking penalties. And on this power play, look at the motion of the power play. Brian Leach doing a good job on the power play, something they need. Pat LaFontaine, so many times as he's finished off the play. There's a one-timer. Good stop by the goaltender, Stelnikov. They continue. There's a beautiful pass, partially broken up. Second effort, LaFontaine finishes it off.
May not be Lake Placid. It certainly is in 1980. That is a big goal for Team USA against the Soviets. There's Olchuk nesting Stelnikov, who was down a little early, but was able to make the save.
How quickly the U.S. come right back after them. With a good place to watch from, Mike Richter at the other end. Here's the U.S. team as they power to the front of the net, trying to tip in a rebound. That was Kevin Miller. One of the few shifts that he's had in this hockey game.
On the note, LaFontaine's second goal in as many games. He had to sit out the first two because of a hip flexor problem. Leach and McDonald assisted on that goal at 17:43 of the second period. Long shot from the point, got through, but was tipped wide. LaFontaine moves it back toward Jimmy Johnson. Another shot. Lowen turned aside. Facing the puck is Miller. In front, there's Olchuk, and his turnaround shot was blocked and cleared at the defense. And Provorov moving out of the zone and couldn't get it to him. Now Miller with a pass to Olchuk. Couldn't find LaFontaine, who was parked in front. Hatcher banks it around the boards to Olchuk. Right across the front of the net. Here's Hatcher with a shot outside the goalpost, glove by Stelnikov. Fans alive as the U.S. team has picked up the tempo.
Fans have not had a whole lot to cheer about until this second period, particularly the middle part. Later on, it was the hard skating and the hitting of Team USA, giving Coach Tim Taylor a little breathing room along with his team. Of course, what it does too is it gives Coach Taylor a chance to put a few more players out on the ice. Players like Hatcher and Chelios on defense that have been seeing a lot of ice time.
Joel wins this face-off, and Chelios flipped one wide of the net. Mullen chases it down, played it away from Lomakin to Ono. Ono gets checked, and the Soviets break out of the zone. Lomakin leads the rush. The pass to Zamdov. Over the line with Seaback, and it's broken up at the defense. Seaback can't get to it again. Ono had it, lost it. Dave Christian works it out towards center, and here's Seaback. Zamdov. Side to Lomakin. Center chases him back to the net. Lomakin center cleanly. Now gets it out in front, and Zamdov ripped one high, comes off the glass, and there's a minute remaining in the second period here. In Montreal, Canada leads Czechoslovakia 6-2. This game, Team USA 2, Soviet Union no score. Soviets set one up at the blue line. Mironov played it to the right side. And a shot blocked, and now shot out of the zone and down the ice. Automatic icing call made against USA.
Good move by Chris Chelios, Jiggs. He had to do it. He had to cross all the way over from his right defense position to the left side just to pick up a loose puck. He was able to clear it out, but it went for icing. His question to Ray Scampanella is that that puck was touched. Shouldn't have gone for icing.
Ray always with a smile on his face as he makes the explanation. Chelios maybe didn't buy it all, but he's going back to the U.S. bench, asking for permission to get a different stick, I believe, and now he's going to leave. He'll get a rest, catch his breath. He'll join Ed Westfall on our second intermission tonight.
But Sayav taking the face-off with Roenick. Roenick is having a lot of words toward him.
Ties him up following the drop of the puck. Big shot off the right arm of Richter and up into the seats. Dia got that away in a hurry. 25 seconds left in the period. Richter has faced 24 shots. 8 of them in this period after a barrage of 16 in the first. Victor Gordillo, draft pick of the Buffalo Sabres in 1990. Sixth round, or sixth pick at least by the Sabres. Only Prokhorov, Virginia, and Hyderov, the lineup tonight, have not been drafted by an NHL team. Stelnikov, the goaltender, should add to that list as well. Soviets get the draw. Sarov at the right point. And was knocked down. The man was Budziev. And the puck is cleared out of the zone. Hitnik tries the right side. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the period. Nice rub out of Kovalenko. Joel Otto gets it to the line, but not out. Now Team USA moves it out, and that brings about the end of the period.
Welcoming cheer by the crowd toward Team USA. They were in a lot of trouble. They bailed out. Richter held them in. The patience of the team paid off. They lead 2-0.
Goal by Madonna in the first period. LaFontaine here in the second as the U.S. cashed in on a power play. Tim Taylor, I'm sure not totally satisfied, but as Ed said, his team played much better in that second period than they did in the first. So at the end of 2, it's the USA 2, the Soviets no score. This is the 1991 Labatt Canada Cup.